We don't think twice about hopping into our cars and easily moving from point A to point B. But have you ever stopped to think about when it wasn't so easy to travel? Have you ever wondered how early residents of the area that we now call Milford got around? Part 1. The Early Days. We need to start at the very beginning with the Adena and Hopewell cultures, which were followed by Native American tribes like the Shawnee, Miami, and Chippewa. We do know that this area was well traveled. Archaeologists call this area a prehistoric highway interchange. Situated near the confluence of the Little Miami and East Fork rivers, it served as a junction for various indigenous tribes for thousands of years. Artifacts found at Valley View Nature Preserve indicate it was an active site. Native populations relied on two modes of transportation: water using dugout canoes or bark canoes, and on foot, traveling on traces such as Bullskin Trace and Redbird Hollow, which were paths used not only for travel, but for fishing and trading. Trails often ran along the rivers and streams, which made it easier to travel deep into the forests. Dogs were used as pack animals, as horses weren't in the area until European settlers arrived. As America expanded westward after the American Revolution, indigenous people fought to hang on to their lands. The Northwest Indian War, which is considered to be the first of the American Indian Wars, took place from 1786 to 1795, and they ended with the signing of the Treaty of Greenville. The treaty redefined the boundaries between the lands the indigenous people lived on and the territory open for United States community settlements. This opened the door to more settlers arriving in the area. The settlers traveled the Ohio River on flatboats, longboats, and canoes. Then they traveled inland by foot or with horses and oxen, using the trails that the native populations had already established. As the population of our area grew, people were looking for easier ways to travel. The trails in the area were notorious for being difficult, with steep hills, thick mud, and the lack of proper drainage. Travel was often slow and treacherous due to mud or ice. Find out how the emerging state and local governments handled the call for better transportation routes. Watch out for Part 2 of our series to learn more about roads, turnpikes, and bridges. Part 3 of our series will discuss trains and traction lines, and Part 4 will discuss the automobile.